Hi.
Wow! Hi! It's nice to finally meet you, Uy. Yes.
Actually, am I echoing?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Pasensya na si Greg. He's making early lunch. Paalis kasi kami.
That's okay. That's okay.
There you go. My goodness. Thank you talaga sa pagpa-unlock, di ba?
Hi.
Tap the screen, you guys, and share the live because we have a very special guest today. So, magsimula na tayo. Okay, hi, my name is Jenny. This is my voice, Clean Catch Voice. And today we have a very special guest, no other than Jill. Can you introduce
Hi, I'm
yourself to
Jill.
us?
Hi, I'm Jill, and this is my voice. And I don't really know how to introduce myself. People know me for those who followed me before. So
Okay, I guess
why
we
am
can
I shy?
No, nagulat nga ako kasi 'di ba like yung content mo kasi is more like 'di ba we're gonna go there. But I guess I want to start with your social media journey. So, what was your first social media account that you signed up with?
That was the Jill Herrer. Just Jill Herrer. Straight up.
Dito here on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have any other social media accounts?
Oh, I started originally I started on Twitch. That's probably how it all started, that I'm like more how do you say it, like I'm already used to it before I even have, because I always live stream. So I'm already used to talking to people on the live when I moved to like created my TikTok.
Wow. Na-distract ako dito sa comment. I'm sure hindi to Pinoy. Never mind. Anyways, yeah, so when you started talaga, like, kasi di ba before there's Friendster, merong mga ganun, you had those too.
I did. Friendster, I was fourth year college. I mean high school when Friendster boomed.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was fourth year college, high school.
Yeah, okay. Isisingit ko na lang din dito because I didn't really know who you are before, but then when was that? I think this was before Aling Mirna went to the Philippines. And I think this was when we started following each other. Tapos sabi ni ate, ni Aling Mirna, sabi niya, "Uy, si Jill, ano yan siya? Kaya lang naban yung isang account niya."
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened with that? Like, whatever happened to that first account?
I got mass reported because not a lot of people will appreciate my content, because my content is roasting people that are not nice. So I just straight up talk to them, and I think I've seen a lot of creator now that was doing the same thing. I don't want to take credit, but I think it all came from me. Yeah, so I just kind of created like an environment where social media, even you as an influencer, you don't have to always be good. Like, you have to advocate for yourself. You have to fight for yourself. If someone talks shit about you on the internet, fight back. And now it's pretty normal. Like, even if like known actors working in ABS, they would fight back. And I feel like I did something good for everybody, that, you know, they are now starting to fight for themselves.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot because there's this one guy here. Tapos, alam ko, Amerikano to. Yung bang mangbabash, tapos, wrong spelling pa talaga.
Yes, that's pretty common.
Hello, Jim B.
What did he say?
Yan na nga, yung sabi niya,
It looks like women discussions.
Ha? Ewan ko sa kanya. How are you doing, Jimby? Gumising ka ba sa wrong side of the bed?
Oh.
Okay, anyways, na-distract tayo dahil sa kanya. But yeah, okay, so since you're here on TikTok, di ba nga sinabi mo like the first account was, ayoko kasi gabitin yung B word, baka ma-pick up na TikTok. So like, what made you decide to go ahead and create a new one?
People are looking like even with my other like I still have my other platform, they would like comment and say, when are you going to create your new account? And I feel like I should just keep going. And I don't know, I kill sometimes.
What was it initially? Like parang meron ka bang specific niche talaga? Like when you created, like let's focus on TikTok. Meron ka bang specific niche?
No, I just go with the trend. And then the niche came out when I started replying to comments. And if everyone likes it, you know how it goes. When something go viral, you kind of want it to stay in that niche because that's what people like.
Yeah.
So that's when I started to do that niche, is when I replied to one of the comments, and apparently they like that.
Yeah, because the thing that really caught my attention with your content, with your page, is that yun nga, like yung sumasagot ka sa mga bashers, and then the garden to plate.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever saw my old account. I think when you came across my page, it's already this account.
Is this one?
So the content is not where I was known for, if you know what I mean. Like it's just now I just randomly post whatever. I don't have a niche.
But I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, especially to your followers, they're wondering, when are you gonna start doing garden to plate content series again?
Oh yeah, they like that, but the thing is, I live in Ohio and it's seasonal. So if I wanted to garden, there's like specific months that I can only garden because we have winter. So it's not something I can always do.
But I'm sure there's a lot of people asking you when you're gonna do that again. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, but then other than replying to bashers and garden to plate content, what else are you pretty much like? Kasi diba, like there are some content creators who are doing different, not exactly like specific niche. Kind of like Linkash, like we do skits, we do vlogs. Other than those two, what else are you doing? Like, what are you offering to your followers and your viewers?
I don't really have a niche. It's just whatever I come across and whatever trends is available. I do whatever. So I don't really like go hardcore with content anymore after I got banned, and I took a break like 8 months. So right now I'm just trying to kill some time until I start school again. That's why I'm not going hardcore with my content. So whatever I feel like making, I just upload it. And right now, actually, the most I say I do a lot is affiliate.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Okay, you mentioned that you took a break for 8 months. I noticed it too, and I'm sure your followers noticed it too. And me myself, parang na-program na ako that I'm looking forward for your garden to plate niche, yung mga content na pinupost mo. During those 8 months, what kept you busy?
I started working. That's why I just don't create anymore. I got a job. I was referred by a friend, but then I quit.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
nah. Huh?
Parang gusto ko to i-block si Jimby. Ang likot-likot.
Sorry, you and you're perfect. My favorite man is what I... Uy, ano ba to?
Gusto ko siyang i-block. I-block ko kaya? Nag-distract ako sa kanya. Sandali. Hala, bakit
You're so impressive and nice.
There. Sorry. Hang on. There. Huwag ka sabi ni Mami Zilwagate.
Ano nga?
Okay, gusto kong i-backtrack like why I decided to have you here on Clean Cash Voice Interview kasi I was already thinking of inviting you, but then what really pushed me to invite you is because of that post that I saw back in I think the first week of November about a book. I forgot the title of the book. Ano ba yung name ng book na yun?
Eat for your... Eat right for your type.
Oh, something like that. Like something about like you can actually retrain your DNA or something that has something to do with your health. Were you able to finish the book?
No, I'm still... I have Libby. It's like library where you can borrow the book. I don't want to buy the book, so I have it pending still. I read the preview because the preview is available for free, but I just read like I think like a couple pages that they let you see, and that's where I saw that it kind of explained that the book kind of explained to me why I'm always tired and like I can't do exercise, those kind of thing. And yeah, like it's happening, but you don't know why. And then if you read some book that explains why things are happening, everything just kind of makes sense. That's why I wanted to share about the book, but whatever, that people don't care.
Is it something that inspired you to kind of like be drawn to that kind of thing because of the Garden to Plate, or parang nangyari lang?
Actually, I'm doing a lot of research about hair loss. That's my main problem right now, because the reason why I quit my job is because I feel like I'm stressing a lot, and one factor that is happening is that I'm losing a lot of hair. So I am trying so hard to like grow my hair back. So I'm researching about diet, about everything. So that's why I came across to that about that book.
Yeah, actually, like you should, because I looked for it and somehow maybe you deleted that post. But I took a screenshot. I was really meaning to look at it so I could tell our viewers what the name of the book was, but I think it had something to do with maybe you can post another content that has something to do with the book.
I will probably if I finish the book. I'm still waiting for it to. There's like a hold time for the library, so I don't want to buy the book. The book is cheap; it's like $3.99, but. I'm just, being frugal.
Ilocana kasi ang mother ko. Ilocana ka din?
Ilocan.
Okay, that makes sense.
If more than one person will read the book in the house, I probably will. But if it's only me, I'll just wait for the library to become available.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think it's something that you will shift your page into like a health conscious kind of niche, or you're just gonna inject it there once in a while?
No, I just kind of want to share the book to people because it's like It's mind blowing, but it's not something I would go for a niche, because honestly, that niche is boring. Like nobody wants to watch that.
Sabi naman, hindi. Ako nga, like, me, myself, I'm already 43, so I'm going through that hair loss situation din.
Oh, yeah, I'm on that stage. I'm growing them back, but you still can't see. Oh, it's bad. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, we're gonna stay a little bit with the hair loss because I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, you know, with the 40 plus. Are you doing something different? Because I can also share mine. I know this is your interview, but let's just inject it here. I started using, what do you call this? Castor oil.
Oh, castor oil. Yeah, I do, but I'm not consistent. The thing is, I'm not consistent. I'm lazy. That's my problem. So I was like, but with skincare, I'm okay. But you know, like you have a lot of stuff before you go to bed. You do a lot of stuff. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, I got lazy. I have this. I have the Dr. Groot, the massage thing. I have tretinoid. I try, but I get lazy.
Okay, what was the response, do you think, from your followers when you kind of like shifted with some other things? You know, like you mentioned earlier, affiliate stuff. What was their response?
They're supportive, and I don't really see, because you kind of know when you shifted, you kind of know when people don't like it, because your followers will drop. But at this point, I don't have a lot of followers, so I don't like, there's no difference. It's just that the traffic with the views won't go up.
Yeah.
That's the only difference with people not liking your content. That's just, you know, you kind of figured out, oh, this is something they don't like, so you just kind of stop with that. You won't go through that.
Yeah.
Don't make it your niche. People don't like it. So
Yeah. Okay. So with your first, in comparison to your first account that went away and then this one, did you find some more people, like, meron ka bang mga naging kaibigan? Were you able to really make good friends with your first account and then they're still here on this one?
yeah, actually, I appreciate it more after my account got banned, because when people find you and you have, like, you know, you started to grind it back up again, then the very first people that you come across on the new account are the people that look for you, and you kind of know where the loyal ones are. Like, wherever you go, these are the people that will always watch your content. And that's I started to make friends with all those people, because even if I have like 5 people in my life, I would be eating, and then this is 5 people, they're just chatting with me. Because that's what I like about going on TikTok, is to have, like, I don't want to eat alone. And you know, with us being Filipino, like, it's not the same eating Filipino food with your husband eating pasta. It's not the same vibe, you know? Like, I'd rather like eat alone with Filipino food without somebody complaining how stinky it is and talk to live than talk to my husband. He's eating like pasta or steak or whatever he's eating, and then he's just, you know, not in the mood judging my food. It's just different.
We are all different talaga, because I know there's a lot of people who can relate to, because you were talking about like you don't want to eat alone. There are some people who likes to eat while they're reading something. It could be like anything, like labels and stuff, but that's pretty familiar what you just discussed, like when you're eating tuyo or bulad or however you call it, Tagalog or Bisaya, there are some afam talaga that would complain about the smell. But right now, is he like acquainted to the smell? Like,
yeah.
when you cook, do you have to cook outside the house, or
No, I can cook here. He don't, even when we first like lived together, it's not a big deal to him that I cook stinky food. He'll just laugh at me. Yeah.
Pero the very first time that you introduced the whole stinky food to him, what was his initial reaction?
The thing is, it's not a big deal for my husband because he lives with a Filipina before. His ex is Filipina. 10 years. They were live-in for 10 years. So he's not married. I'm his very first wife, but the ex is Filipino. So he went through all that. She went through all that. I didn't. She's the one. Thanks to her.
She prepared him for you. Oh, diba?
Exactly.
Okay.
She molded my man from a boy to a man. I thank her so much.
Okay, you're talking about your husband. Do you mind sharing your love story? Paano kayo nagkakilala? How did you guys meet?
We met online. So we're not really in a relationship. We chatted for a year, but it's just like we're friends. Because I have a boyfriend back in the Philippines, and then we stayed friend, and he was just waiting. Oh, ganda! Yeah, and then when I broke up with my ex, oh, he was just right there, like
Waiting to snatch you.
convenient. Mm-hmm.
Oh, diba? Oh my gosh. Okay, so how long have you been married now?
Almost 8 January.
Oh my gosh. Okay. There's this question that I have in my mind, and I know a lot of your followers probably have asked the same question. Like, how do you keep yourself fit? Like, I think you guys have like 3 kids.
I think genes. I don't do anything special.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's just genes. Whenever I gain weight, I know that I gain weight from soda. I just withdraw for for like when until I hit like 110 pounds. That's my limitation, and I will drop quick. As soon as I quit soda, I will drop quick. So I kind of just put it back in the diet. And then if it's fluctuating again, I just play it out. But it's pretty much just diet. I mean, genes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So how old are your kids now?
Kim's 10, Adi's turning 4, and then Raya's 2.
Oh my gosh. She's only 2. All girls, right?
All girls.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys wanting to have a boy?
No, I think we're done. But he didn't get the snip yet. But accident might happen. So you never know. Yeah, he should get the snip. I don't want to get the.
But you're open to like that possibility na
I don't know. If the chances are we're gonna get a boy, like, let's go. But I don't know for another girl. Like, it's already so chaotic. What more if everyone has period in this house?
Oh my gosh, that's right. Malaloka siya.
Yeah, everyone's hormonal. I am hormonal.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about your husband's name is what?
Adam.
Adam. Okay, so Adam, I've seen some of your contents that he's in there. So when he participates with your videos, like, is that something that he willingly does? Or hold on, the reason why I ask kasi is because di ba yung clean catch is with me and my husband, and then a lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, I wish my husband would do the same thing, participate in the whatever. Like, how about with Adam?
It actually when I start creating content, he doesn't want to do anything with me. Like, nope, nope.
Yeah.
That's because it's just a white people thing. It's for them. It's like a huge invasion of privacy to get their face all over the internet.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of factor that made him be involved is when he saw my bank account.
Oh my god! Really?
Yeah, like before my account got banned, I was able to pay my flight to Peru and get my veneers. And he filed our tax and went through the bank transfers, that's when he realized that I'm really making money, and it's slowly. It's not like instant. It's slowly he got involved. I get him to get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man. So,
take some
okay.
practice.
Okay, but with this one, you're still monetized with this one, right?
I am now. I did not get monetized for a while, but after I came back from the 8 months break, I did went on monetization.
Oh, okay. So, like, wow. Sayang!
I know.
Diba? Okay, so with your first account, how many followers did you have there?
500,000.
Oh my gosh! Totoo pala talaga yung sinabi ni ate na marami kang followers doon sa first.
Yeah, I lost half a million.
What do you think happened really? Like, were you able
Mass report, and he big factor about it is I started talking about politics. It's like a big no-no, because you never know if one of these admins is, like against what you
Bro.
believe with politics, and they'd find everything they could find to ban you just because your belief is not aligned with what they believe.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, that's one lesson learned about social media. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut about politics and religion and all that sensitive topics. I'll leave it to them.
Okay, I guess I could inject it here because Greg and I decided to not do that too, because somewhat we got something from kind of like talking about that, but we're not gonna do that here. Because I do, especially with what happened to your account. It's just sad that that happened, especially knowing that you actually were really monetized on that other one. But did you try to appeal with that one though?
The thing is, I don't know how to work TikTok back then. So when a video get reported, you have to submit an appeal. But my OCD is like so unbalanced that every time I see, how your page look like when something get reported, like the video is okay, and then one spot in their community violation. You know how it triggers you, like, oh, come on, you're right there. You just delete it without sending an appeal. So later on, I found out that I can actually appeal, and it's too late. I deleted all the videos.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so all the videos, all the offense just keep progressing. So I wasn't able to appeal them.
Okay, I want to acknowledge Mommy Zell or Zell, what she said here. She said we learned something good. Thank you sa pag-share, Jill. And yeah, I guess this is like one thing that you can parang take away. One of the takeaway that you can get from this interview is that kasi
Yes.
ang hirap kasi i-explain without really talking about politics. Kasi supposedly there will be some changes when it comes to things that are being filtered here on TikTok. So, or sa social media when we talk about certain things. And I feel like we are parang our voice ba? Like it's being drowned because of some restrictions that we're not supposed to talk about. But yeah, I'm really sorry that happened with your first account. Because $500,000 is $500,000. And
I'm making a lot of money from that account. It's so unfortunate when I lost it.
yeah.
And then after this account, I made multiple in between.
Wow.
I think this might be like my 6th account already, or probably even more.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and people are just following, like they're searching.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, I have to keep going, because if these people are looking,
Yeah.
why would I stop? Like they get inspired by my content, by me just randomly fighting, like protecting myself, like. So that's why I just keep going.
But do you also have other social media accounts like yung sa Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, and those?
I do, but I don't grind them. But YouTube though, I do YouTube, but it's not something like I would aggressively grind, because I'm not trying to be on my niche. I'm not trying to be like, because in TikTok somehow you just have to be funny, and people will follow. But on YouTube I don't really. I just kind of like make it my diary, because my kids grow up so fast. So if I can make a diary in like a video form, by the time that they can actually understand and watch the video, they could like watch it and then see themselves like 10 years ago. Oh, this is where my mom took me, where I can't remember anything because I'm too young. So that's mainly the purpose of my YouTube, but I don't grind it to be monetized or
Yeah.
make money off of it.
I love that you mentioned that, because I've heard of other content creators who have kids who does the same thing. Parang ginagawa nilang kasi di ba, like the memory of our phone gets full.
Yeah.
Of our phone gets full. So what people do, what some content creators do. So with Clean Cash, we upload stuff like family stuff on YouTube. Because like just what you said, by the time that it's like 5 years later down the road, they will actually see those memories. Now, some of them they may not even remember because they were still so young. Now,
Yeah.
there's also other people who are saying like, why are you putting your kids on camera and posting it online without them being able to have the consent to be on film? And it's like, I don't know. What's your opinion about that? Because with me,
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Because it come to a point that posting your kids on social media will get to the point where you're exploiting them. Like in my case, where I upload them on the internet, I am not aggressively trying to make money. I'm not aggressively trying to sell it on the internet that people should watch them, and they're perfectly covered. Like I don't show anything that shouldn't be shown on the internet.
Yeah.
Like it's just wholesome stuff that we do, like we travel together, I upload it, and I'm not like promoting it hardcore for people to watch, because it's just for me. It's on the internet for me and for them to see in the future. I'm not trying to exploit them to make money. So that's why it's not super public. It's not super, like hardcore being sold out on the internet to watch. Like, no. Yeah. So I get it. I get it. Some people, but really those are just our phone. As you said earlier, the memory is, it'll get full and then it'll get wiped out. Even Facebook is not safe. Like the pictures you upload on Facebook, one day your account's gonna get banned, all gone. So that's why I just kind of go for YouTube, because videos from 20 years ago is still there. So it's just for me. It's just a diary.
Yeah, one in particular, I actually had her here. I interviewed her. Her username is Canes and Fam. Like her existence here on social media is for dwarfism awareness. And it's funny that you mentioned that about YouTube, because she also mentioned it here. Nasabi niya, she just realized that she should be uploading all the videos on YouTube, because it's something para kasi it's more stable kasi.
It's more stable. That's true.
like it will be kept there instead of like you have all these pictures and then you save it somewhere and then you lose it, that kind of stuff. But let's talk about your kids, because I remember this, it just came to my mind right now. I remember this para siyang nag-trending or something. There were these kids that were put in a room and they were kind of like secretly interviewed. I don't know if you can guess what I'm talking about. Parang they were secretly interviewed. Like what do you think about your mom? Like anong gusto mong sabihin to about your mom? That kind of video. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Di ba nag-trending yun siya? Okay, now I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Say, for example, your kids will be in that situation. What do you think they will say about you as their mom?
I think I might need you to explain further regarding the video you saw. Because what I was thinking is the video I saw is that like kids being interviewed, like it shows an AI of how they look like from when they were young and then they got older, and then the videos, I'm not sure.
No, para siyang ano, like if your mom is watching right now, if your mom is watching this video, what would you tell her that you haven't told her yet? Tapos parang nag-iyakan yung mga mom, like, oh, like I didn't know that that's how my daughter views me, how my son views me. Parang ganon. It's more like a positive thing. It's like something, because as much as kids are so expressive with their feelings, like they're so transparent, yung bang there are some things that they couldn't really tell you because siguro magagalit ka or something. Yung parang ganon.
So the question,
Parang ganito na lang, like how would your kids describe you as their mom to other people? Parang ganon.
That's kind of tough because our kids is different personalities, so my parenting is different with all three of them. So it really depends who you ask, because if you ask my 10-year-old, she'd probably tell you I'm pretty strict. But if you ask my my 3 years old and my 2 years old, it all depends. My parenting style depends on the kid. So
Yeah.
they probably tell you most of the time they probably tell you I'm strict. I'm always the villain at home because my husband, it's probably with you as well, because growing up poor
As a
know,
Filipina.
as a Filipina, for us every penny counts. Like if you every time you want something, there's always a question of do you need it or do you want it?
Yeah.
But what they do is they go to your husband, because your husband grew up with money. You know what I mean? So your husband doesn't do that thing. Our husband doesn't ask our kid, do you want it or do you need it?
Yeah.
They're just like, all right, go. They just buy it. So for sure, if you ask my kids, they just tell you that I'm strict. I'm the strict. I'm always the villain.
So you're pretty much a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
So, between you two. It's crazy because you started talking about like want and need, and I think I talked about this a few times before. Like with our Afam husbands, it's almost like not exactly that all Afams are wealthy and everything, but when they talk about poverty, they don't know what it's like. Kasi like with them, parang, like, before when I have lunch, I just have pizza. Pero for us, sa atin, pizza is like a birthday party. Yung parang ganun, hindi nila maintindihan yung level ng when it comes to what's really tough and what's doable. Diba?
Yeah, if you ask them what poverty means to them like wearing the same shoes every day in school. For me, Poverty means wearing a beat up shoes, like the water gets in, seeps in the shoes when you go to school. That is poverty. So they don't understand, like using one shoes every day in school, for them that's already poverty, but the definition for us is totally different.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of sometimes, but we're already getting there. We're meeting halfway when it comes to parenting. Before it was kind of tough,
Yeah.
because I would let him discipline the way he wanted, because he felt bad. Like saying no to our kids, he would feel bad. So I would let him, because he's so stubborn about, just give it to them. I don't want them to look poor. We have money. Why would you say no? I was like, I'd let him. And then it gets to a point that my kids would whine about not getting something, because they always get it. They're used to it.
Yeah.
So they would literally cry in their room and walk stomping back to their room or something. They do something stupid to make him realize that that's what you did, and it all makes sense to him now. So now we kind of met halfway now. So if it's something he cannot say no, he would tell the kids, ask your mom. And I'll be the villain.
Parang nakakatawa lang, because it's kind of like funny, because I'm sure a lot of married couples can agree to this. Like the kid would go to the mom, and then the mom would say, go to your dad, and then they would go to the dad and then go to your mom.
Yeah, because he can't say no. He's so fragile about what the kids would feel.
Yeah.
Like he's not, like he always feel bad for them. Like sometimes for them to toughen up, we have to kind of push them a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't have that. Like talk to your mom. That's how it goes.
So Jasmine agrees with you and GBA, but yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about poverty, because you mentioned about because we both grew up in the Philippines. So, di ba yung example mo na for the Americans, poverty is like wearing the same shoes over and over, and then with you, poverty is like when it comes to talking about shoes, yung lumulusot, like water really gets into your shoes. I have an input to that. Poverty is when yung chinelas, your slippers, when it breaks off from the main thing, like you use a big safety pin or like a stick to put it together. Diba?
Yeah, we that's why we're so resourceful. It's because we get through that stage where we're struggling and we have to make something out of nothing, and we try to make it possible.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, we can survive inflation here in America.
GBA, I can tell GBA is he's not Filipino, because he said something like, we still poverty here. It depends how we look at poverty, I guess. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. It really depends on like how you look at things. But I want to talk about diba, like when you were saying that your husband kind of got around the whole thing about like being able to say no to your kids. But then I kind of like agree with what he was, yung parang gusto niyang, he didn't want to say no to the kids because yung we have money, like we can say yes to them. But all at the same time, it reminds me of that thing that para siyang, I can't remember if it was here on TikTok or on Facebook na something like, if you are now, think of yourself as 80 years old, and something like when you're 80 years old now, and then you go back to the time that your kids are whining or they need something, you would want to go back to that time and be able to give what they want instead of like giving them a broken spirit. Like for me, that's kind of like, it's like a double-edged sword, because
Oh, I see.
diba, like you can't, like at the present time, you have to be, there are so many instances that you want to be their friend, but all at the same time you have to be a parent.
Yeah,
And
it's tough.
yeah, it really is. Yes, GBA, especially through preteens. And I think you're kind of like going through that with your 10-year-old. I can almost imagine with all the girls. But like, how is it like? Like, are you prepared for that time that you're going to be going through that really hard shift when it comes to your parenting style and like how you and your husband are going to be as parents to a teenager? Are you guys prepared?
I can't really tell because I haven't crossed the bridge yet. So maybe when we get there, it'll, my perspective about everything will change. But as of right now, it's hard for me to say
Yeah.
how we're gonna manage when she becomes teenager. But it's already tough right now, like, because here's one thing I could say, or I could tell every mom or parents that are watching: do not give your kids phone. That's like the main thing.
Tough.
Do not- yeah, like, it's just right now I'm already like at a point where I gave her phone and I cannot withdraw. Like, you're already there, but if you don't get yourself started, you don't even step in, you're safe. Just do not, like, just don't give them the phone. I agree, but I have to disagree. Yeah, me and my husband had a conversation about that because all the kids these days talk on the phone.
Yeah.
So it's like if you don't give your kids phone, you're isolating them.
Yeah.
But somehow there are so many, like, if you're gonna look at the pros and cons of not having phone, I look at the cons way more than the pros.
Yeah. I can totally agree with that, and I totally agree with GBA too when he or she said I agree, but I have to disagree because, like, for me, like with our kids, our eldest is now 16. There's no way that
Oh yeah.
because you have to be able to communicate to them. But I really understand the cons part that you're talking about. There are so many things, like even YouTube Kids, you would think, right? Di ba? Maraming mga nakakalusot pa rin talaga. So many baddies out there. The influence.
For me, I don't really care much. It's not like I'm looking like a bad parent. Like, they whatever they see on the internet that are not age appropriate, they'll get there. They'll eventually see it. You cannot stop it. Like, the main reason why I'm just so against it is because, as someone frugal, going back to being frugal, do you have any idea how much ads they see in one app?
Yeah.
And my daughter is like constantly asking for, Mom, I want the skincare. Mom, I want this. I want that. I want this. And do you know what happened when you say no? Well, my husband will say, talk to your mom. But it's just an endless cycle.
Yeah. I totally get it because we are going through that. And please,
like,
don't say that you're a bad mom. Grabe naman.
No, because I'm very like, because here too, like, we would slip sometimes and cuss, and we try not to, but sometimes if you're mad, you really can't help it. Like, fuck, like you just can't help it. Like, and they'd hear it. Yeah, they'd hear it. Like, and they will eventually get to a point that they will hear it from somebody.
Yeah.
They just have to understand that it is not appropriate. Like, they know that cussing exists, but it is not appropriate. Somehow you can expose them, but you have to make them understand why they cannot do it or say it.
Yeah, I totally get that because you can only protect them for so long. And, I like what you said that they know that it's out there, the cussing and all those things that you don't want to be instilled to your kids as they're growing up. But then it's almost like they have to know that it's there, and you're just educating them like, hey, this is not something that we do as a family, because that's not who we are as people. But
somehow they will get exposed, whether you like it or not. They will get exposed to that stuff. So somehow it's actually good that they can get exposed, and you can, like, as early as you can, to educate them. Like, you can tell them more on why this word shouldn't be used, this stuff shouldn't be done. Because, what if they get exposed late, and you are not there to guide them anymore? Especially in the US, kids move at the age of 18. Like, they won't always call you, especially when they taste the freedom. They won't. Like, your kids will probably just call you in 6 months or something.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
tough life out there, but it's true.
Okay, I want to talk about that. Kasi diba, like, there's this whole thing. I mean, even when we were still in the Philippines, I'm sure we have seen it in the American movies that we've seen back home in the Philippines. What is your opinion with you and your husband with the whole idea that as soon as your kid turns 18, that they can move out? It's not like they have to. What's your take on that one with you and your husband?
For me, that it still depends on my kids, because some, they probably want to be independent, have their own space, which is fine. But if my kids wants to stay here at the age of 18, that is perfectly okay. But I've already mentioned a little bit about it to my daughter that is 10 years old, and I was just thinking about it, but maybe I won't implement it. But I told her that she has to, like, pretend rent at the age of 18, where part of her, wait, don't judge me, okay? But we'll get there. I'll explain. I'll explain, Jen. So, part of that, it doesn't have a huge amount, but part of whatever she's earning will go to the rent. And when she's ready to buy a house and move out, all the rent she paid are saved up for a down payment for a house. So we're not keeping it. We're saving it up because they could get irresponsible. So it's like one way to make her think or feel how it feels like to pay rent. And I was telling my husband, maybe we can renovate the basement so they have their own space and really feels like they are renting their own place. But at this point, my husband don't want to give up the basement, so maybe we have to upgrade our house or something.
No, Kanina, actually, I'm agreeing with you, because Greg and I already talked about that about our eldest. Like, he will kind of like take part, almost like he's pretending that he's renting, but not really big, just to teach him, like, responsibility. Because same, like, we're not gonna force our kids to move out when they turn 18, but you need to be able to learn responsibility. Like, right now, we're paying for his phone bill and everything, so everything's, like, handed to him. So at some point, he needs to be able to understand what it's like, hey, not everything is for free. You actually have to work for it. So I get it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's not just us.
Yeah, I think it's really good, because you're not keeping your kids' money. Like, that's your money. They work hard for it. But I think the idea, I wanted to incorporate that really, like, in the future when she turns 18, to have that pretend rent, because I wanted her to be. You wanted them to be as stable as they can be when they leave your house. Like, when they are on their own, you don't want them to struggle, especially with the economy right now. Everything is inflated. You go, cut the leash with them and let them run free, they're gonna fall apart.
Wow.
It's bad out there. It is bad.
One thing siguro like one of the takeaways siguro that our viewers can learn from this interview is that I don't know if you agree with this, like with me and Greg kasi, like since we are now having this discussion about teenagers like pretending renting and that kind of stuff, like we want our kids to be able to, like once they move out, we don't want them to rent. Like we want them to be able to buy their own place. Because it seems to me like with this economy, it seems like when you move out and you're renting, you're going to be stuck there for a good long time. If you can actually get out of that situation. And it's really sad. Like I think like any good parents, we want our kids to be let out there in the world and they're prepared for life as much as we can help them. Parang ganon. It's just really sad that things are so different now in comparison to like when I got here in the US. I've been here for like 18 years. It's really different. But how about you? How long have you been here abroad?
I got here 2016. So 9 years? Wait, 8 years? 8 years.
Pero sandali, like you before that 9 years, you were in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Paano kayo nagkakilala? Online nga.
Online.
Okay, but so you've known each other for like through someone, or like how did that? Because you mentioned earlier that he was just waiting.
Yeah, we met wait, my daughter is 1 year old. 2015.
Online
Yeah.
then.
Online, we met online 2015, and then he went to the Philippines 2016 of May, and then I came to the US 2016 of November.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
is that like through fiancé visa din?
Yeah.
How was that? Like 2016, kasi like with us, it was 2006. So that was like a 10-year difference. Was it hard or easy for you guys to go through the fiancé visa?
The fiancé visa only takes 3 months.
Oh my gosh, it was faster then.
Yeah, it was 3. But it was Biden back then, and Biden was pushing immigration. So everything's fast.
Oh,
Even citizenship with Biden was fast.
oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so with you being here for 9 years, right? 9 years. Okay, so you've been here 9 years. How many times have you guys gone back to the Philippines for a vacation?
Once. But we stayed there for like 4 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So like okay, 4 months. Ay. There are so many, di ba, like tayong mga Filipina, like when we get that opportunity to talk about like life, having that common thing of like being a Filipina and an AFAM, parang there are so many situations na parang related. So what was it like? Kasi like with us, kami ni Greg, the longest that we stayed in the Philippines was 6 months, and it wasn't easy. How about with you guys? 4 months.
It was tough with the hot water.
Yes.
once you live with the comfort of US, it's tough. Like I grew up taking cold shower my whole life, but I can't do it anymore.
Di ba ang arte na natin ngayon?
True, like I can't. Like my husband, it was so funny because when we went to the Philippines, we stayed in. We just kind of have we hop places before we decided we're gonna stay at my mom's place, and we were there, and then my husband is taking cold shower. Like he's so brave, and he takes a shower every day, and I can't. I take a shower maybe once every 2-3 days, and it has to be hot water. I can't. It's different. It's tough.
But supposedly, actually, cold shower is really good for the body. Supposedly.
Yeah, for the blood flow. So, but I can't do it anymore.
Kaya siguro ang immune system nating mga Pinoy ang lalakas kasi buong buhay natin we take cold showers, 'di ba? Oh my gosh. Okay, now what about the kids? Like, how was it with them? Kasi, 'di ba, like the most common thing with us Filipinas, like taking our family to the Philippines is yung malaria, yung mga typhoid fever, ganun. How was
They
it?
haven't been in the Philippines. When we went to the Philippines, I don't have the two young kids yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when we went to the Philippines, we visited Kim, and that's when we start processing her papers to come here.
Kim.
Yeah, my first one. She's still in the Philippines when we went back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I remember her.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. She's here now, right? So abroad.
She's here.
Oh my
1 year now.
Wow.
Yeah, she got here last year.
Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that one with Kim. Diba? It's nice meeting you, Kim. Na-mention ka dito. But yeah, like okay, like with your 4 months stay in the Philippines, what's your biggest struggle other than the fact with the cold shower? Like, was it more on like the convenience or?
Yeah, sometimes it hits me that like just processing. So what I did when we moved there is I remitly money to my local card, like a BDO in the Philippines. But then I've stayed in the US for so long that when I came back, my card is expired. So I went there and renew my card so I can transfer money. And you know, you don't have to carry cash all the time.
Yeah.
So I just withdraw it with local card. And the amount of papers you have to fill out just to get just to get the card replaced, it just kind of hit me that I fucking hate it. I was like, oh my god, like I'm furious. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, like really, like processing papers in the Philippines. I don't know if I can.
I totally get it. It's almost like it's beyond strict. It's too much, really. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so for the foreigners who are watching right now, if you happen to visit in the Philippines, if they ask you one valid ID, brings in.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's really different, and it's almost like I don't know if that was ever implemented. I think this was during Duterte's presidency in the Philippines. I don't know if it was ever applied as a law that something like with the public servants you need to smile and be friendly to your customers or something. Di ba meron yung Mami Zel? You're in the Philippines. I remember this one. Something like you have, like you as a public servant, like say for example at the banks, it's like a common thing in the Philippines. Like you walk in, you're bringing business to their establishment, and they're like so simangot all over the place. I think that Duterte said something about that, but we're not going to talk about politics. Yes, it's true now. I remember something
Really?
like that. Was that ever implemented as a law, Mami Zel?
Jesus, you're not allowed to have a bad day?
Hindi kasi di ba sa Philippines, hindi masyadong masmile yung mga staff.
Even here though.
Oh, at least it's better here. Di ba? Like, how are you doing? Nagaganon.
Like government employees or like cashier.
Basta, I don't know, na-inject lang dito. Yeah, see, it's true. Was it, okay, so it became a law? Like part of the, not exactly a law, but more like a regulation? I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure I heard something about that. And natuwa nga ako like when I heard about that because I don't know why it's like that. Like you're coming in to bring business to their establishment and then pagtatarayan kanila na parang, but why are you here? You're disturbing me. Parang ganon.
Like it's an inconvenience.
Oh, kasi it's like one of those things kasi na the reason why I asked you, yeah. Yeah, the reason why I asked you about that when you guys stayed in the Philippines for 4 months is because it's one of the things that Greg didn't like being in the Philippines. Although as much as he loves visiting the Philippines and the people in the Philippines, yung customer service is really bad daw compared to here in the US. Because here, like with random strangers, you will bump into someone and they would say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Parang ganon, parang given siya na you have to almost like, if you can just like fake smile to the person, at least we do that here abroad. So I don't know if that made any change in the Philippines because, you know, Filipino people are really friendly. I think we should really show that in every way we can, especially to, you know, the tourists, diba? Yes, exactly. Mga sales lady. Bakit natin nabawasakan dito? Okay. Now, okay, so when was this that you went to the Philippines for 4 months?
Before COVID, actually, the beginning of COVID, 2019. Yeah, I think it was like 2019 to early 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So are you guys having any plans of like parang natatakot ako itanong if you guys are planning on retiring sa Philippines?
Why? He's only 47. Why?
Oh, like later down the road, 50 years from now,
yeah.
something like that. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So meron na kayong plano talaga, like what you gonna do?
That's the plan before, but we haven't really talked about it now that we have kids. Because everything changed once you have kids. Like, if you do the math, by the time he's 60, they just turn 18 or something. Like, what, are we just like straight up leave our house and then we're gonna go to the Philippines or something? So we haven't really talked about it after we have kids, but that's our plan before.
Yeah.
So probably changed by now.
Yeah, well, I don't know if, you know, for Filipina and Afam couples out there who are watching this, with us kasi, like, we do consider retiring in the Philippines. We can deal with the hot weather and everything, but hopefully by that time, the health system in the Philippines would change for the better. Kasi it's, iba, like, what's the purpose of like saving all this money and you're gonna retire in the Philippines because supposedly it's cheaper there, but then all your money is gonna be dumped into the hospital if something, knock on wood, you know, like something happens to one of your families. Kasi parang doon kasi, like if you don't have down payment, mamatay ka na lang dyan sa lobby. Matitigo ka talaga kung wala kang down payment. Philippines
The
is
thing is though, if you yeah, it's not cheap anymore. It's like living here. But if you're seeking for medical help in the Philippines, considering you have U.S. money, I think it would make a difference. Like you don't even need insurance if you're gonna pay U.S. money. I don't know.
wow.
Depends on how much you save, maybe.
Okay. Well, nung umuwi kayo sa Philippines, did you have TikTok then or wala pa?
I do, but this account now. But wild, people recognize me.
Kasi nga, you had 500,000 dun sa isa.
Yeah, and my account was gone. That account was banned when I went there. Wait, that was when I picked up my daughter last year.
Oh, with this one?
Yeah, my 10 years old last year. But the 4 month stay, I don't have TikTok yet. That's 2020. I don't have TikTok yet.
Okay, so right now the way as it is, kasi diba, like you mentioned that you did take a break for 8 months. What's your plan talaga, like social media wise, or you're more like you just going with the flow?
I'm just killing some time because my school's gonna start January, so I'll probably be busy and I won't be able to make any more content. So right now I'm just trying to kill some time.
Okay, with your first account and this one, like, can you mention 5 names na who stuck with you na you can consider, or you know, not exactly five. You can just name a few names na you can honestly say that you became really friends with, na nakilala mo from your first account to this one.
I don't think I can name five, but the very solid one is Mommy Grace. She's
Oh,
yeah, she when my account got banned, every time I create a new account, she would like duet the new account so people will like go and follow me on whatever the new account is.
Yeah.
Every time the new account that's what she did. So that helped me a lot. Trying to, you know, because when people don't remember or you don't show up on your on their For You page, they don't really remember that you exist. Like they have to be reminded sometimes that, oh, do you remember this creator? You know, so Mommy Grace helped me with that. And who else? I don't, maybe Viancy and Marnie. Yeah, I'm still in contact with them.
oh, that's nice. Okay, you mentioned Mommy Grace. Do you still remember like your initial interaction with her, and what was it that parang nag-stick kayo as friends?
I don't know, we talk we talk about people's life in our private message, but that stays in our private message. Excuse me. That's how we kind of got close. Like we just, hey, do you know what's tea? Oh, hi. Did you know what's tea? Did you see this live? Yeah, that's how we did it.
But it's nice that, diba, like, until this time, you guys are still friends. And
Yeah.
I guess,
Hopefully I'll see her soon. But Vancouver, Canada is kind of a stretch. Where at least where she's at.
uy, grabe naman si Mami Zil. No, kaibigan nga niya. Joke lang. Okay lang.
She knows. She's as long as we don't disclose what we talk in private message, whatever we talk about in private, it stays there. You know,
Yeah.
she's fine.
Joke lang daw. Uy, thank you talaga sa pagpa-unlock. And it's really nice to actually have this interaction with you, because there was a time kasi like during Alimirna's live that ano bang nangyari doon na you were there, and that there was an opportunity for you to come up to her live. And I don't know what happened. Parang nag-end yata ang live na yun, and we weren't able to have that initial interaction sana. I think that was like before she went to the Philippines. But it's really nice to get to know Jill. Kasi like I've always been curious of like sino ba talaga si Jill? Kasi ang naalala ko talaga about you is yun nga, like sabi ni ate na you had a big following kaya lang nawala. So, okay, so for the people who are watching you right now, with all the things that you went through in live and here on social media, especially for the aspiring content creators, based on what happened, sige, para mag-focus lang tayo sa social media journey mo. If they want to be a content creator, what can you give them as an advice?
Be authentic, I guess. That's why I always say it in my live. I always say it as a joke, but I meant it. I always tell them that, you know, show people how bad your attitude is so that they can't talk bad about you. Like, oh, do you know this influencer that is like all, acting like an angel on the internet? Oh, I heard that she talked bad to a waitress or something. Like, it's, if people talk bad about me, whoever they told that story, they'll just tell them yeah, I know she's got bad attitude. Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't expect more from you. So be authentic. I think that's just what I can say.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, like, there's no such a thing as perfect in life. Greg and I have said this so many times. Like when we post stuff here, it's not like we're projecting like we are perfect, perfect marriage and everything. And I like that you mentioned that, because there's no such a thing. Like if people talk bad about you, might as well it came from you, kasi like you're authentic ba? Like you are already showing who you really are. Now when they see you in person, when they meet you in person, they're not gonna be shocked like, oh my goodness, she's like Mama Mary online, but then she's like a devil in person. Parang ganun.
But I'm totally opposite. Like if you ask, like I've had friends in real life that first know me from TikTok. They tell their friends that I'm totally opposite in real life. I'm actually quiet in real life.
It's really crazy, because I was actually gonna do a follow-up question, like what would your friends describe you as, and you pretty much said it.
Yeah, because some people, she told me that some people will message her like if we she upload pictures of us on Facebook, and somebody in her friend list recognize me and they message her, hey, you're friends with Jill? Did you know that she's famous on TikTok, something like that? And then she'd say, oh yeah, did you know that her attitude is totally different from TikTok? She's really quiet in real life. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm really quiet in real life. Like I look like I'm so brave on the internet. Like I just I don't take BS on the internet, but actually in real life I would suck it up and cry in the bathroom. That's me. Yeah, like if I get like, if you do something to me or say something to me, I don't have that instant reflexes to like fight back like what you guys see on the internet. I will suck it up and then go to the bathroom and cry it out. That's me in real life.
Okay, you mentioned that last na lang. With all the bashers, kasi like the thing that drew me into your content, your pages, because parang like when you respond to bashers, yung maangas ka, na maldita, ganon. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that one particular bashing na it really like pierced your bones?
I would say so I made a lot of account, right? And then there is another account that blew up. Mm-hmm. But I didn't push through to that account because the video that went viral is about like when I gave birth to my youngest and I didn't give her skin to skin, and the comment section about shaming a mother, that is so tough to swallow. Like when people say like judge you from a 10 seconds video that you're a bad mom for like not giving your newborn skin to skin, that's really tough to swallow. That sometimes I don't look at that. I remember that account, I left it. It's still active, but I just have the video in private even though it went viral, and I can just keep going with that, but I turned it off. It's just, that's so hard. That for me, it really stuck. Like it hurts to read comments when someone's shaming you as a mother. I don't know. That's tough for me.
Oh, nabasa
Yeah.
mo yung sinabi ni Joy dito, si Human Blanket. She said, I am crying while watching this because I am like her. Oh,
Aww. I
diba?
see that.
Si Human Blanket, that's Joy. Matagal na namin yung followers. Oh my goodness, diba? Ay, nako. Well, you are one tough woman, and we learned so many things about you today. And I'm sure people who are watching right now, visible viewers and backdoor, I'm sure a lot of people got inspired with your story. Thank you talaga sa time. And before we go, before we end this live, kindly do me the honor to do that clean catch.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, how do you say it again?
Hi, my name is, and then you can say whatever you want to say about yourself. Parang pang closing na something that represents you as a person.
Hi, my name is Jill, and this is my voice. And I always advocate to fight for yourself.
I love it. I love it. Yes, women empowerment and human being empowerment, diba? Not just for women. But thank you so much. I got to appreciate the real Jill, and I'm sure there's so much more about you. But you know, with the things that you shared with us today, na-appreciate ko talaga ang existence ni Jill dito sa social media. Thank you so much. It's such an honor. Salamat sa mga nanood. But if you have like a parting message for your followers, you can go ahead and do that.
I don't know. I have one. Well, have a great day. I don't really have anything.
Well, thank you. And I wish you all the best in life with your schooling, with your family. You have a beautiful family. And keep going with what you're doing. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.